Dear children, how are you all? So, you all are fine and safe at your home, right? Okay. And how is your studies going on? Is it going good? Are you interested in studying on these days, even in these days? Okay. So, today we are going to learn a new concept. Are you ready to learn? Okay, very good. So in today's class, we are going to study about the different forms of condensation. What is the thing we are going to learn today? Yes, different forms of condensation. This is the thing we are going to learn today. Okay, are you ready? Okay, very good. Before moving on to the different forms of condensation, let me ask you something. What do you mean by the word condensation? Yes, very good. Condensation is a process of converting or transforming the gaseous form of water into its liquid form. So, this happens when the temperature rises in the atmosphere. So you all know about the concept of condensation, right? And we will learn different forms of condensation in today's class. Okay. Now, I'll read some points for you. You have to listen to me carefully. And after that, I'll ask you some questions. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So, I'll read the points for you. The condensation point of water is the same as the boiling point of water. This occurs at 212 degree Fahrenheit or 100 degree Celsius. If we reverse the process and the cool water vapor down to and below 100 degrees Celsius, it will condense and return to liquid form. When condensation occurs at all temperatures between 32 Fahrenheit and 212 Fahrenheit, it is most noticeable when there is a large temperature between an object and the atmosphere. Have you listened to me carefully? Okay, very good. Shall I read once again for you? Okay, some of you need it, so I am going to read it once again for you. Listen to me carefully. The condensation point of water is the same as the boiling point of water. And this condensation occurs at 212 degree Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. If we reverse the process and the cool water vapor down to and below 100 degrees Celsius, it will condense and return to liquid form. When condensation occurs at all temperatures between 32 Fahrenheit and 212 Fahrenheit, it is most noticeable when there is a large temperature between an object and the atmosphere. So, you have listened to me carefully, right? Now, I'll ask you some questions. You have to try to answer me. Are you ready? Okay, so my first question is, what is the condensation point of water? Yes, very good. The condensation point of water is same as the boiling point of water, that is 100 degrees Celsius. So, you all know that what is the condensation point of water. Very good. So, the next question is, what will happen if the water vapor is cold? What will happen if the water vapor is cold? It will, yes, very good. The water vapor will changes to its liquid form. That is, it changes from the gaseous form to the liquid form when the water vapor is cold. Very good. And I have read some of the points for you, right? Can you find out which are the prepositions used in those points which I read for you? And before that, what are prepositions? Yes, prepositions are the words that are used in English which connect a noun or pronoun to other words in a sentence. Right? So these prepositions are words that shows relationship between words in a sentence. Isn't it? So you all are familiar with the concept of prepositions, right? So can you find out can you tell me which are the prepositions used in the previous sentence or previous points? Yes. In, of, and are. These are some of the prepositions which were used in those points. Very good. So you all know the language aspect also. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay. So as we said earlier, we are going to learn about the different forms of condensation today. Okay. So now you have to take your textbook and you have to see the diagram that shows about the different forms of condensation. Okay. And you have to write about or you have to point out which are the different forms of condensation in your notebook when you come tomorrow. Okay. Will you do it? Okay. So this is all for today. We will see in detail what are the different forms of condensation and how it happens in our next class. Okay. So thank you and have a nice day.